Hey guys, so welcome back. Sorry I haven't been uploading that much. I just haven't been motivated, and also there's times where I couldn't. So, and also, alright, I'm back after some technical difficulties. So, on my GameCube, haven't used this in a while. I need to do something to motivate myself to keep doing this. And also, a few days ago, I tried to make part 3, but there were 2 failed attempts because my phone kept on automatically making it to where I can't. Because that had too much. So it had too much storage. So I think I fixed that now. There's about 4.5 megabytes free, gigabytes free, sorry. And I think I can make this video. I just have to upload it, and then once it's uploaded, I can delete the video from my phone since it's gonna be saved on YouTube. And yeah, that's part 3. I remember something. Here's something I had to repeat several times, like because on those failed attempts of this video, and here, yeah, I gotta repeat it again. So there's something I forgot to mention in the last video. Well, so if y'all remember at the end of the last video when they go into that house in the desert on Tatooine, when they go into that house, they have a conversation, and it's between Luke and Obi-Wan. And here's how the conversation goes. You know, I was once a Jedi Knight, but you were just like your father. And in fact, how did my father die? Well, you see, I once had a Jedi. I once had a pupil named Darth Vader. He was one of my pupils until he got seduced by the dark side of the Force. He betrayed and murdered your father. This happened, and he helped destroy the rest of the Jedi, and he caused their extinction. Can I become a Jedi like him? Yes. In fact, he wanted you to have this. He wanted you to have this when you were older. And then he goes to a box and pulls out Anakin's old lightsaber. But you'll find out more about that later. So this is part 3 of A New Hope out of 6. 3 out of 6. This is like one of the longest levels in the game. We're gonna be here for like an hour, if you don't mind. So this is them going over to the place Mos Eisley because Obi-Wan wanted to find a pilot, and he knew that there were a bunch of pilots in the town of Mos Eisley. So he went here, and this is how he found Han Solo, with his co-pilot Chewbacca, also known as Chewie, but I'll call him Chewbacca. It's okay. So this is when you start in Mos Eisley. So we got C-3PO, R2-D2, Luke, and Obi-Wan. But he's called Ben Kenobi here because there's a scene where R2-D2 had these broken archives, and they thought that it was messed up. But then they went into. Eventually, they found Ben Kenobi, and Luke asked if he knew who Ben Kenobi was. He asked Obi-Wan, and no, I messed that up really badly. So the archive said the name Obi-Wan Kenobi. So then Luke went and asked Ben if he knew who Obi-Wan Kenobi was, and here's what Ben said: Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan. And that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. A long time. So you know who he is? Of course I know him. He's me. And also, if you want to know the events that happened right before New Hope, how they got the Death Star plans for the Tantive 4, you should watch the movie Rogue One. It's really good. It's much darker and more action-y than typical Star Wars. So yeah, this music that's playing, it isn't necessarily correct. So that part that went, that music in the movie, that plays before Grand Moff Tarkin uses the Death Star to blow up Alderaan, Leia's home planet. And by the way, what I'm doing right now, I'm not doing that much. I'm just getting some studs so I can get the true Jedi. Because this game, this level has the highest true Jedi meter in the entire game. So I just have to break everything that gives studs. On that music, that's the other part of the blowing up Death Star part. That music, the da 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 da, that plays on the exact part when they blow up Alderaan, when they're about to make the Death Star used. And this music that's playing right now, this is actually correct. The Mos Eisley music. And this music playing there, that's the Battle of Yavin music, except it skips a lot of parts here. But the Battle of Yavin music, that plays later, and it's one of my favorite tracks in the entire Star Wars franchise. It's so good. And it starts to skip to all the good parts in this, I guess. But like the entire music, you'll hear more of it later because there's a level based off the Battle of Yavin, which is when the rebels attack the Death Star and blow up the Death Star, and including Luke. So yeah, after all 6 of these videos, y'all really need to go watch A New Hope. It's one of the best it's one of the better Star Wars movies. Not one of my top 3 though. So yeah, so far nothing interesting story-wise has happened yet, but there will eventually be, don't worry. This is just a super long level. Like, I could already be halfway through the level right now, although I'm just collecting everything so I can leave with the true Jedi. Which might not be possible because I might need a 2x multiplier later, but I'm just doing this for good measures. At the end of episode 4, I'm gonna go to the item shop and show you what kind of stuff they have there and what we've unlocked. Or what I've unlocked. Yeah, so when you die in this game, you don't lose your life or something. You don't have a life meter. You can die infinite times, but you'll lose your studs. Oh, the Star Wars music is really good. I cannot stop listening to that. I might listen to the Battle of Yavin music, which is playing right now, afterwards. Like, it is way too good. So what you have to do in this case is you're supposed to use C-3PO to get up here, and you can walk all the way to this panel, which will let you go down from, which will open the door under here. It looks like a garage door, and it has an arrow. There's a couple of studs I want to collect. And also there's a boss at the end of this, but I barely even consider it to be a boss. It's just definitely not a boss. It's just you find a couple of stormtroopers and you shoot a single guy a couple of times. In the DS version, they stripped it down even more. They didn't even give him a health bar in that version. And he's just super easy. He's just a guy. Oh, hey, different music. Actually, no, never mind. I'm not gonna go try to get the true Jedi. I'm gonna continue trying to get studs, but I'm gonna at least try to get that meter halfway up. Yeah, and later in the game, you'll find out about vehicle levels. There's a couple vehicle levels in this game, and the first one is the Battle of Yavin level, which is just called Rebel Attack. It's one of my favorite levels in the game, even if it's a vehicle level, and those aren't usually my favorite. But the music in that level, and the level at the end of episode 6, the final level of the game, it's not my favorite. It's less good, but no, the music is less good. Although the design of the level is better, it's cooler looking, and the fact that it actually lets you escape like they did in the movie Return of the Jedi. Oh yeah, that's good. That was good. I bet this video is gonna be like an hour long, but I'm gonna try to keep these videos under an hour. But at the same time, this game, a lot of the levels in this game are super long, like this one. They just like, I should have played the first Lego Star Wars game first, but this is just the original trilogy, and it's based off the first 3 movies that came out, and I like those movies more in terms of the movies themselves, so that's why I decided to go for this first. So yeah, here you have to build an ATST, which is one of those Imperial walkers, and it's kind of like a puzzle to solve. They try to do everything they can to extend the level as long as possible. And I bet this video has been going for like an hour. Okay, 15 minutes, that's fair. I could have been almost done with this level if I didn't go for a bunch of extra content. And if I didn't talk so much, I talk so much. And then right as you build it, that's when the stormtroopers start to get in there. And this part is so annoying and takes so long just because of the fact that they can stomp on you and you get crushed into the ground while they're stomping on you, and that just makes them lock onto their target. So like it's so hard. So then once you take control of that vehicle, you got control of it. And now what you gotta do over here is you gotta kill all the stormtroopers. Yeah, at least you gotta kill enough until the garage door opens. And then that's when you get into the cantina, which is where you meet Han Solo. I'm just gonna call him Han if that's okay. Some of the characters in the movies call him Han. Who's Han? Like Hand? This is so hard. Like, you literally just gotta escape from all these blaster bolts from the machines. And then you gotta shoot the machines, and you gotta shoot all the stormtroopers in the machines. And stormtroopers have much better aiming in this game than they do in the movies. They literally make jokes about how bad the stormtroopers aim are. Oh hey, it's already open. So now you gotta destroy these 4 devices because in the cantina, the owner of the cantina, the bartender, he doesn't allow droids in his place. He does not like droids. And he also doesn't allow fights with blasters. So this is the cutscene where you meet Han. So I'd say this is around the halfway point of the level. Oh, that's the Millennium Falcon. He talks about how a Falcon is so powerful. And now this is when they split up, I guess, and you're just playing as Han and Chewbacca. But I won't spend that much time in the cantina. I'm just gonna walk straight to the end. Anyways, what were you saying? My little brother just won't stop screaming. He likes to do that intentionally to annoy us. He doesn't like us to have peace. He just likes to scream for no apparent reason. And that guy that just ran away from us, that was a black color, he is the guy who you find at the end, who is like the most horribly put together boss. He is quite easy. Although there is a boss in in the complete saga. They have the first and second games and a couple extra things too. They added finally another level to episode 6 to make it 6 levels. And the boss at the end of the first level, Bounty Hunter Pursuit of episode 2, is super easy. Although it only gives you 2 health instead of 4 like the rest of the level, you could probably beat that boss accidentally. Bacteria could beat that boss accidentally. And this music that's playing right now, this played in the scene of A New Hope where Obi-Wan found Luke knocked in the desert. Like he was seemingly he looks dead in the desert. He was in the desert. I'm funny. Yo, my friend is even funnier. He's got that funny country accent. So yeah, I think it's a good idea that I'm making Star Wars videos because my friend Repairman or something, I don't know what to call him, but I think you know him from the channel The Good Guy 05, the main channel that's primarily his, and this one's entirely mine. Apparently on his channel he made a couple Star Wars Minecraft videos, and one of them was the most viewed video on his channel. So I think he said making Star Wars content is good for the channel, and it's pretty supportive. Yeah, I think I said earlier that I'm not going to try to get the true Jedi, although I think I just might as a little lucky bonus, because I'm already getting a lot of studs in this area, and the video isn't even close to being a whole hour long. I think we're about 30 minutes through. Oh wait, 25 minutes, I guess. Oh, and I had to readjust the camera, that's it. And of course, these stormtroopers can still barely aim. I thought they were better in this game. Yeah, these animals, I don't know what they're called, but I guess they're desert animals in the movie, other than the Banthos and Tusken Raiders. And they make that excellent sound. Hold on, let me go back and get some more studs. Just because apparently I have enough time to do so. Yeah, this level is one of the better levels for exploration, but if you're just trying to get to the end, it's hard not to just straight up explore and to just go to the end, because there's many different paths you can take, especially if you play in free play mode, which I might discuss later, but I don't think I'll play it on the channel just because I could, like, this level, one time I did it on free play, and it took me like 3 hours to 100% the level, but I did 100% the level eventually, even though it took like 3 hours.